For this, we're gonna have to head to Fortuna. Run to the back room, swap to the operator, and go and speak to Little Duck. The single most annoying amp place ever. Because if we go into offerings, it's these three parts, which means you need 5 of the Vega toroids, 5 of the Calder, and 5 of the Solar, as well as some fairly rare gems, some repeller systems, one of them, 3 Atmos systems, I have none left, thank you very much, and you need the Radiant Zoiden and yeah, the Gyromag systems, as well as rare fish resources at the bottom there, and the same as on there, and the same, so you need 30 of those to build the first of 3 new amps. But we're going to save some time here by going to amp assembly and clicking on this, then this, then this, because there it is. I've already built all 3 of the parts in preparation for this, and where is it? I do believe the burst fire grenade launcher. That's basically what this one's going to be, with an oversized capacity, increased ammunition, and a longer recharge time. Yes, that's right, longer recharge time. But, and I want to preview this gilded, thank you very much, it seems to be good on the crit, it's not like you can mod these anyway, whereas the secondary is, does that really say minus 17% crit with a minus 1.9 times multiplier? That is nuts. But the secondary is more status based, giving 2600 void damage. Yeah, this does not look impressive in the slightest in any way, shape or form, but luckily it just costs credits to build this thing. But will cost you more to obviously gild it, because what you have to do is level it up, come back, go to the other services and gild it for 5,000 standing to get it to the point where you can get mastery experience from it, and well, that's pretty much it, because if this is half as bad as expected, this could be really bad. But what you cannot do is you cannot forget to actually equip this thing. Now, while I'm in here, what I want to look for is the other one that was a grenade launcher. And weirdly, the other one is only an extra 1,000 damage over what this does. So this actually does do less damage. I guess it's just a case of gilding it, getting it to using it and everything else, and we'll see what it's like in comparison. As weird as it was, the Exard scaffold with its burst fire grenade launcher was not the part of this you actually get the mastery from. You get it from the prism, the Cantic prism, which was defined as a fine cut pavilion married to a shutter governor allowing to rapid yet economical fire. Yeah, this thing reminded me quite a lot of the... Oh, now there's a good one. What was it actually called? The Ron prism, which I think that's the Eidolon's 4th. A lot like that one. But the reason for this seems to be because this felt a lot like the Ron prism, which is the 4th amp that you can build, I keep wanting to say arcane, from the quills. That thing, I really did like that. Once I started using it, that thing was immensely powerful. And weirdly, more powerful than this. It does 1,000 damage. This does 600. So I was comparing it to that as soon as I started using it and had to go back and have a look, and this thing does 28% more crit than the Ron Prison does. And it has a higher multiplier, but it does have a smaller magazine and does actually, even though it has a quicker fire rate, it has a slower recharge rate than it has. So even though it felt like the Ron Prison in many ways, this is actually just as good. I wouldn't say this was a stepping stone from the... Technically, I said it was the fourth amp that you can build from the quills is the Rom Prism, the Ford Scaffold, and the and I cannot pronounce that. There's the fourth one, and that's actually the fifth because you get the Moat amp, which is technically the first, and then you can build 4 after, which would make this the 6th amp that you can actually get. So amp number 6 here really kind of felt like it was such a tiny improvement over amp number 5 that it was at first kind of disappointing to use. And the best one, actually, somebody messaged me saying the first one literally felt like a burst on with a little bit more damage. Unmodded. I would have to guess that's what they were referring to, because the Burston has not got 600 base void damage on it at all. But I will admit, it was, as soon as that was pointed out, it's like, yes, this felt a lot like using a Burston, but with unlimited ammo. And once that was mentioned, I started to fall in love with this thing all over again. It is a tiny improvement. I really expected much better, but I will admit right now, I already have the second and third one built. After building the first one, I leveled it up. I already had the second one sitting there waiting to go, jumped straight into the second one. As soon as I had this thing finished, I put it away and moved on to the second one. And then I had that one for a few days, built the third one, put the second one away. And then went straight back to the second one because, yes, that video will come soon. I don't know when, but yeah, the main reason that this amp turned out to be a disappointment is because I moved on to the second one so quick. I never got time to actually enjoy using this until I came back to record the footage for this, and then thought, yeah, this actually turned out to be not so bad, but it's just a huge shame that I fell in love with the next one so much more than this. But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time.